Ready for a stream. Hopefully, I get some good people and decent conversation today. Sometimes I don't get that. Sometimes I do over here. But I'm getting my tarot cards out and I'm going to see what I get today. It's really hot out today. And I sent out a video earlier. I got this app. It was on Facebook. And I went ahead and got it. It's for the shelter dogs. You play this game, and 9 treats go to a shelter dog. And there's a bunch of shelters that sponsor from them. And they get all these. I get Chewy. I guess it's from Chewy, and they sponsor all the shelter dogs. So I'm always a sucker for helping a dog. So I went ahead and did that, and it's only $1.99. I paid for it every month if you want to, and you can do more money if you can. And then if you do the video and it has a fun game, you can send treats for free to your sponsored animal. So Rocco is my sponsored animal. He's really cute, and you get videos of him, and they tell you when he gets adopted and everything. I don't think I could. I got enough space for 2 dogs until I eventually get a house or something. So this is what I'm gonna do, and I do sponsor. I share reels of of the animal shelter. Okay, hang on. Hey, stop, stop. Hang on. Oh no! I think you turned off my TV. Hang on, Chong. Make sure everything's okay. All right. Technical issues. I still don't have any, but that's okay. Oh, good, that's still working. But like I said, I've been playing with this app, and I find it fun. And shared it to the group just in case that somebody else might like it. Get out of there. Get. But like I said, I sent to my Chong group, and I enjoy, and I've been playing and trying to help out Rocco. And he got 18 treats today. If I could, I would go to every shelter and rescue every single dog if it was up to me. Oh, hello. I was just sharing about the new app I got to get all the dogs treats in the shelter. Let me get my eyeballs on. Okay. Oh, hello. I was hoping to get a good group and not a grouchy group. I guess sometimes I get grouchy people. Hello. Yeah, you can get a reading. I know sometimes I give advice, but sometimes, I feel that people say on YouTube, gotta get to know you. And I guess when I give advice and share a little bit about my life, I feel that I guess it helps to get to know the new person. So maybe I do get a little bit too much with advice, but I just try to be polite and I'm just a nice person. But yeah, you guys can ask a question. I don't mind. I'm here just trying to raise money for dogs, really. It's real basic. I just love animals, and I did a bunch of little videos today for Facebook and everything, trying to save money for trying to get money rallied up for dogs. It's it's dog day, apparently. I just picked that everybody should celebrate animals every day. I did a reel about that. And I got a lot of thumbs up everywhere for that one. Because I feel every day should be that day. Well, let me check, see if there's a question here. I'm addicted to fentanyl. Well, you shouldn't be addicted to that. You should stay away from drugs, especially that. Though that'll make you a walking zombie. All right, let me see. I'm really bad at comments sometimes, so let me try to get here. I'm trying to get the first question that I see here. But yeah, you guys can get a question. Oh, I could turn down my light. I could do that. But if I take off my glasses, I can't see. That's the problem. I don't know. Maybe that could help. I could do that, but if I take off my glasses, it's. I mean, I don't know over here. I got too much going on, but. Alright, I don't know what future status means. So. Yeah, if I could read without my glasses, believe me, I would. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it for being 50. I really do. Will the person in my mind contact me again? I don't know. What is this? Is this person, is it your boyfriend, girlfriend, or what is this person? Because this person could be. Do you want a love reading on this person? Because I don't know. I mean, there's different avenues you could go with this. So, I don't know. I mean, it'd tell me to kind of, if you want a love reading or what you want. Alright, well, I got lighting issues right there, so I might have to put the light on. Okay, it's you like him. So you want a love reading. Alright, so this is a liking. You want to know a love reading status on your person. That I can do. And this is, I gotta get these two names. Safak. It looks Safak. Looks like Safak to me. I'm probably mispronouncing it, so I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. These things happen in life. So I'll do a love reading on you and see what comes up. But it always is good to be young and in love with your first love. Hopefully, if you guys do get together, you stay together so it's not so jaded. Sometimes these things happen. Okay. Alright, your love life right now is in a full moon in Aries. which means it's not horrible. Aries just means it's going to go one way or the other. So it's, I guess it's a path to be in your love life where you're going to get an answer one way or another, and it's going to be quick. It's not going to be something that just happens overnight. It's going to be like, I mean, it's not going to take forever, I meant. But you'll get an answer soon on that. And you're surrounded by North Node and a full moon in Scorpio. The North Node means you got to step out of your bubble, I like to call it. And all that means is you might have to make the first move, which they're saying. And then you got the full moon in Scorpio means it's time to release negative energy. And this could be for your, it could be, it doesn't mean that you're a negative person. It could be self doubt, thinking bad about yourself and just things like that. So maybe just try to make the first move. That's what I would do and see where it goes, because no one could say what he's really going to choose because of free will. I know a lot of people despise free will, but it is free will. You can literally leave your entire family and regret it for the rest of your life, but it's free will. And that has happened to people many times. All right, let me see if there's any other questions. All right. Oh, you're welcome. All right. You want to know your current status and future status. All right. Do you want a love reading? Mid Zakr or Zakr? I don't know how to pronounce that one. But would you like a love reading on this, or do you want a general reading? Because there's many kind of readings we have and many connections we have with many different people in our lives. So okay, so you want the love reading. No, wait a minute, hang on. Oh, well, thank you. I do tell the truth. And I don't judge. Anybody can love anybody, but I don't. I guess the only thing I really am against is the bestiality thing. I don't think anybody should love an animal so much they're having sex with it. That's the only thing I don't promote on this channel. If you want to love a woman, if you want to love a man, if you want to love a transgender, I mean, that's your business. Love is love. But please don't try to marry an animal and do that kind of stuff, because I feel that's wrong. And I know this goes on porn sites. Yes, I do, and I am highly offended by those kind of people, because I'm an animal lover, but not. I feel that people love their animals a little bit too much when it gets to that. So please, out there, people, do not have sex with any animal at all. I've heard that there's even where people wrap snakes around themselves, which is, I don't know. Why would you want a snake being wrapped around your naked body? But this happens. And I do find this weird, so that's the only thing I don't promote on this channel is bestiality. And I try to have an open mind to every single person. But I don't think anybody can have an open mind to that. That's just too much. But I've had friends that are lesbians, yes. I have friends that are lesbians. I have friends that are transgenders. I have friends that are bisexual. And I'm okay with all of it. So I guess that's where we're at with that. So that's why I say I promote all communities except for that community. So let me see if there's any more questions. I'm so horrible at these comments. I'm trying to be a better live streamer these days. I really am. Oh, you're welcome for your reading. Oh, I'm good. I'm doing readings. Grisilla or Griselda? I think it's Griselda. Griselda sounds cool. It sounds like a witch name. I like it. It couldn't be. I mean, I could be mispronouncing it, but it would be fun. But yeah, I do say what's on my mind. This is why I'm got kicked off. I didn't get kicked off Facebook, but this is why my streams get shut down on Facebook because I don't tolerate people that are open minded. I don't tolerate people that want to bully people around on the stream, and I will tell people off that are being rude, and you get kicked off a Facebook stream or Instagram stream doing that. So this is why I just do animal awareness over there, and that's it. I do all of my work over there, and I am helping those animals and animal shelters because my friends are in are in my Facebook group, my main one that's Chong over there, and I have my check mark, and I'm not letting any of them people bully me out of my groups. I had a live streamer. I was trying to support him, and he got mad. He said that I was. He literally. I went in a stream, and he said I don't know how to turn on my live button. He knows that I kept getting my streams get shut down because I'm going to speak my mind, especially when people are rude. So he got into it and then said that that I was fake, and I'm not, because he got mad because he's not on YouTube, and it wasn't my fault. I got a live button over here. It really wasn't. It's just something that happened, and you only got so many hours in your damn day. So I either live stream on Instagram or live stream over here, and I just picked over here because it's a Christian crowd. If you're not Catholic or Christian, if you're not saying amen 100 times a day, you get literally everybody just they get nasty with you. They really do. And I just keep my kind of comments to myself. Even though I grew up Catholic, I believe there's one God, and everybody in all religions go for the one light God, and that's it. I believe there's no right religion or wrong religion. And whatever gifts you're given, it's from God. And if the light God wants me to see things, that's why I see them, and it's not evil. If I was going to do that over on Instagram, they would just say I'm a demon. So this is why I'm here. And I don't try to be offensive, but if people are going to be offensive to me, I'm going to be offensive back. I'm going to defend myself because there's nothing wrong with defending yourself, especially if you're doing things. If you don't want to talk to somebody, you just don't talk to them. But if someone's going to argue with me, I'm going to argue back. And I don't care if they unsubscribe. I mean, I'm down to that. I mean, I got all my animal awareness stuff. My numbers are up on Facebook now that I just focus on the animals and environment. I did some of my posts over here. I posted one of my posts, and then I sent my videos from my animal part of the stuff I do. But I'm separating the tarot readings from the other because I don't feel like getting in an argument with angry Christians. There's nothing worse than getting in an argument with an angry Catholic or Christian, because they're set in their ways and they're going to argue with you until the cows come home. So I felt it was better to actually speak my mind here. And this is what I do. So I'm glad you guys find me entertaining, but it's me. My husband told me that if you're going to be on YouTube, you got to be yourself. So I am. It's me. I'm going to talk how I talk. I'm a very nice person, but I don't tolerate ignorance, and I don't tolerate ignorant people or people that abuse are abusive of any kind, because I find that unnecessary. I really do. And I try to explore the world and understand people. I really do. I even was researching those Satanists that worship Satan, and I wanted to know what made them tick, because there are a lot of them out there. And the only thing that's really horrible about them is they're very egotistical and they empower themselves, and they really don't care about other people. Other than that, they're not going around trying to murder animals and stuff like that. So wouldn't condone that religion to anybody, because I feel that you don't self evolve as well if you're more centered on yourself and you don't care about other people. Because I feel that you should care about other people. But if you are a Satanist out there, I'm not saying that your religion's horrible. It's just I don't believe in having a huge ego. To me, I'm just a speck of grass on the universe. And I wake up and I breathe every day for a reason. I tried live streaming, and I had my ups and downs. I had a lot of streams getting shut down for a while. And then one day this button opened up, so maybe this was the place for me to be, and the universe gave me a message that I should be here. So I guess that was how my day went yesterday, but wasn't that mean to this live streamer that I've been friends with for about a year on Facebook. I just literally told him to have a good day, and I actually sent him 20 stars, which was nice. And even though and he's still in my Chong group, because I checked to see if he took himself out of the group, and he never did. So I don't know. Maybe he was having a bad day. Maybe he was jealous. I couldn't tell you. But it is what it is, I guess. All right. All right. You want a future reading? Mid Zakur? All right. What do you want a future reading on? Just I mean, your future pretty much is set by the stuff and choices you make. And there's three future paths. There's love, which romantic love, and there's family, and there's like your goals and financial. There's three paths to the future. So you got to be a little bit more specific. And honestly, if you're talking about that, a decision you make now could. Okay, here we go. What is it? Career? Okay. There we go. Now this will be a little bit easier to focus on. Those love readings are kind of hard because you got to kind of focus in on the other person, and they're a little bit harder. All right, your career path for the future. You got a void of course moon, which means just you're in a it's where nothing's going to change of your situation. And you got a full moon in Cancer where there was a personal issue with your work that's going to come to for a full circle. Could be I'm feeling it's employees, coworkers, but nothing's going to come of whatever's they're doing. And then you got a full moon in Taurus, which just means that you have to have a practical plan. I feel that you're not going to lose whatever you have, but to make the future kind of different and maybe doing something a little bit different, there may have to be adjustments like possibly job training or just maybe just some good old fashioned looking around. I mean, I'm doing this myself. I'm going towards phlebotomy, so and for me to be a phlebotomist, I have to go find my medical assisting degree and apply at the hospital and stuff like that. So I feel you'll get it, but you're gonna have to make adjustments and just start looking around because it's a tough world out there to make money, and you gotta hustle and you gotta have different avenues. I have a job app on my phone that tells me all the job openings. That could be something that could help you. And I think they have it for wherever you live also. So that's what I'm getting about your career. And I'm in the same boat, so don't feel bad. It's going to be about 6 months or more before I could switch my job up. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember. I don't think it was anything bad, but thank you for apologizing if you thought it was rude, but I mean, I don't remember. I get trollers over here. I get all kinds of crazies. When you're a tarot reader, you get all kinds, but being a medical, I deal with angry residents that'll cuss you out on a daily. So this is, I mean, things don't bother me. People have a bad day. Live going was having a bad day and told me that I was a traitor to Facebook. So if anything, that was the rudest part of my day that happened yesterday. But we all got our days. I mean, we go through stuff and it is what it is. There's some days I'm more bitchier than others. It's just I try to focus and I listen to music. I try to relax and I spend time with my dog. I mean, it's okay if you were if you thought you were a little rude, it's okay. You weren't rude enough to where I noticed it. But thank you for being a good humanitarian and liking dogs and the environment because I appreciate it. Because this is where all the money goes. If I am not currently making money, but whenever this happens, this is where the money is going to go. I want to start a little dog village where the dogs don't have to be in cages and I can find good homes for them. And I can get live stream cameras set up on my dogs and I want to rescue some of these big dogs, especially the pit bulls. Because I've been reading these posts on Facebook how they're getting abused and neglected and they're dying because people don't want them or they're just getting put down because they're a pit bull. I might even focus on saving big dogs. But in New York, there was a pit bull that was made a police dog, so I was really happy about that. They're finding a purpose and they're getting a home, and I know people have their reservations with the cops, but These dogs have a job and they're well taken care of. Yeah, they're taught to attack, but sometimes you have people on different kinds of drugs that are attacking people. And when you get on some of these drugs, I did drug rehab once. And I was told in drug rehab you get super strength on some of these drugs. So sometimes the dogs have to. You get these, and there's these drug addicts that go around and they're cutting dogs' ears off and their tails. These are the people that I want to do bad things to. And it upsets me. I'm afraid if I become a part of a dog rescue, I'm going to get arrested. So I just kind of want to be the one that's funding them because I won't be able to work in medical if I end up in jail. And I'm not famous enough to where I'll be protected. And even if I was famous and got out of jail, I still wouldn't be able to work medical. And I think that it completes me medical. If I couldn't go and hang out with my friends and get in my scrubs and get yelled at by elderly, I don't think my day would be fulfilled when I worked. It sounds crazy. It really does. But it's my life and it's been my life for many years. But just so I don't get a murder charge, I just try to stay on the supporting end of these animals. And I want to focus on these animals that are getting abused more than others. German shepherds too. They're getting their tails cut off, and the one that I was over here because Dogs for Families over on Facebook too, and somebody literally dug pieces out of a dog, and by the time and then let him and left him chained. It was a stray dog, but literally just left him chained up crying, and then finally the rescuers got there and they couldn't even tape the first part of the video. They couldn't because it was so graphic they couldn't do it. And these people, I want to say I was hoping they were on drugs because I don't think normal people could go and just dig pieces out of a dog and take pieces and parts on them and torture them for hours and leave them attached and be in their damn right mind. Because it looked like it was a group effort. And they do this to dogs on the street for no reason. They're already out there. They can't eat. They don't have a good meal. They don't have any owners. And then they got people that chain them up and abuse them and leave them there to die. And they do to bigger dogs a lot. Some and little dogs, but a lot of times bigger dogs because they prefer to cut the tails and ears off bigger dogs. And these are the people I want to do bad things to. And I feel I would be the rescuer that was packing. And I know that it would give me a charge where I couldn't work in medical. So I'm staying away from that part of the animal movement. So I just do the reels and I just do awareness. So I don't go to jail. And I feel that's where I need to be. So I'm making my dog village to save all these big dogs, especially the pit bulls and German shepherds, which are my favorite kind of dogs. So they really are. I love them. I think they're so nice and cute. And like I said in one of my posts, no dogs are bad. The humans are bad. You you make your dog bad. And that's why these dogs are going around biting people. If they're getting their tails cut off and stuff when humans are coming around, wouldn't you bite them? I would bite somebody if I was a dog and they were doing some crazy shit like that to me. It's disgraceful what people will do. So, I don't know. This is why I do what I do, and this is why I go on Facebook and I still keep my check mark and do things because to have a dog village, you have to have several live stream cameras and you have to have money. And they do, you can't make money with if you're doing stuff for animals. So let me see if I got another question. Okay, so you. Okay, I don't. There's no name. It just says hello. General for the rest of the month. All right, I'll do a general reading on you. I don't. You don't have a name up there, and it's okay if you don't. Because not everybody puts their name out there. I don't really have a choice because I'm verified by Meta, so I get it. Everybody knows about me. I just tell everybody I live in Ohio because I'm not trying to be swatted. I guess that's a thing. I didn't think people that weren't popular could get swatted, but my husband told me that it can happen. So I guess that's where I'm at with that. I guess it happens. I would rather get swatted than have an animal cut up, but I guess it's what happens in the world. All right, your general reading. I got a full moon in Pisces, and that pretty much is to balance your inner spirituality. It doesn't mean that you got to go to church and stuff. It really doesn't. I don't go to church all the time either, but it just means to balance your inner and your practicality. Just like the practical things. I mean, there's things that we all want to accomplish in our life, but we can only do them in steps. So it's just telling you to not lose yourself and just be more practical and try to find different solutions to things. That's the path you're on, and that's a good path to be. Because, I mean, that's a path a lot of people are on life for this month. And you got a new moon eclipse, which is really good for this month, and a new moon in Libra. And the new moon eclipses, there's a powerful change that's going to come in your life. Probably, I would suspect in maybe 2, 3 weeks. And then you got Libra. The new moon in Libra is a new romantic cycle. I feel there's going to be somebody that's been like a secret admirer that's going to come into your life, and you're going to have to make some decisions if you want to be with them or not, which is nice. I mean, that could boost you, and maybe that's why the cards are calling for your spirituality, so you can kind of get to know yourself and get yourself to before they come, so you're less angry and you have your feelings together. Because sometimes in life you're going through things and you got your feelings all over the place, and this happens to everybody. It happens to me sometimes. Just because I have a balance and I wear a moonstone doesn't mean sometimes I don't get angry. I just know sometimes I need to balance out my emotions. So, if I hope that was helpful to you, and hopefully your secret admirer is attractive and nice looking, because no one, I know people don't aspire to have sex with people that they don't find attractive, and that is human nature. So what are you going to do about it? It is what it is. All right, got your question. All right, and this one, Sadari Kumari. Okay, that one was restricted. Hello to you. It says, why my office laptop be delivered at home, or will have to go to the office to collect it? Um, I don't know if the spirits care about when things are going to be delivered, but I could ask. Generally, you don't get the clear there's readings on things like that because generally spirits don't care about things like that because they think that we're silly. They think we're silly with money. Dead people always do. They think we're silly with sex too. And they do watch us at times, especially people that are close to you that passed on, that sometimes wants to, that haven't moved on to the next phase, that look at you, and sometimes people don't pass on for a long time, and they do find it silly, and it's because they're not alive. But we'll see what they say about your computer. Because I've been asking them when my son's delivering my computer, and I don't get an answer about that. So, because I don't think they give a crap if my computer's being delivered or not. But this is how sometimes they have, sometimes they do. But you got a wax crescent moon, which is good, and you got a blue moon, and you got a full moon in Leo. I believe, honestly, from what I'm seeing with this situation, I think it's going to be delivered to your office, and they're going to say it got delivered to your house. I think there's going to be a mix up on this computer. That's what I'm picking up. And there's mix ups every day with everything. If there's not a mix up on something, I guess it wasn't meant to happen. There's been a mix up on my life, I don't know how many times. All right, let me see if there's another one. Tell me the outcome between Edgar. Oh, yeah, you've been on here before, Jasmine. Edgar, Gemini, and yeah, you're like, oh my God, you would be the best tarot reader. You should try tarot reading. You're so good at this. You know all your signs and everything. So you want to know the outcome. I thought you and Edgar got back together. So, I don't know. I'm good. I thought Edgar got back together, though. I thought you guys were kind of smitten on each other and he was calling you and stuff. Oh, okay. Sometimes guys do ghost you like that. And some women do too. People do ghost you. I've had friends that ghosted me. I get it. And I got a little butt hurt. And then I just decided, maybe it wasn't meant to be, but it pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. And I get the feeling why you're pissed off because I would be too. Some people just don't contact you, don't tell you why, don't leave any closure, and it's an asshole move. It really is. So, but we'll see what's in Edgar's path and why there's no contact. All right. Edgar is in a first quarter moon where his commitment's being tested. So, in his love reading, I'm I'm picking up he's smitten on somebody, but they're not sure about him. they're not sure if they like him like that, but he likes them. And for him because some people they're just assholes in general. So, oh, I mean ghosting as in not ghost. You know how people talk to you and then they don't talk to you no more and they don't give you no answer. This is what I'm talking about. You like friends. They're still alive, but it's a young term. I'm 50. So sometimes I say these new terms in a way I'm not supposed to say them, but that's what I meant. They're still alive. That's not the issue. It's just I'm just talking about people that just stop talking for no reason and don't give you no reason, because that's how people are sometimes. I know you want him to be your boyfriend, but unfortunately, there's free will, and sometimes you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Sometimes people that if the right person is right in front of them, they'll go to the wrong person. And then they get hurt and they wonder why they're constantly getting hurt. If you constantly make bad decisions and you don't go with the person that has the heart for you, this happens. And I don't know why people do it, they just do. I don't do those kind of practices, so I haven't had any bad luck like this. But he's in a first quarter moon, I can tell you that. And he's surrounded by a full moon of Aries and a new moon in Sagittarius. Well, whoever he's smitten with or crushing on, however you want to put it, they're angry with him. And I'm feeling it's because he's back and forth. And he is surrounded by a new moon in Sagittarius with luck. So I believe that he's going to get turned down by whoever he's crushing on and see the big picture. And luck's going to be on his side to maybe come back to you, hopefully. I'm hoping. But I see his feelings getting hurt. And this happens when you mess with people and karma. I shared a reel. It was funny that said karma's only a bitch when you are. And it's true. You treat people badly and you have bitch moves, karma is literally going to come right back at you and give it right back. So, with him kind of playing with your emotions like that, this is what is going to happen. Karma will lead you to heartbreak to bring you where you need to be. And heartbreak is not fun. And sometimes it's what we need in life. So, I get it. I've been there, Jasmine. No, not between both of you. It's someone else. So, it's the way things are sometimes. That's karma does that. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jasmine. I mean, he's gonna come back and he's gonna be humble when if he does decide to come back, because this might be the thing that brings him to you. Heartache usually makes people think a little differently. Death always makes you better too. If somebody dies on them, you become more humble and a better person. Will make you really sad and humble at the same time, and so will heartbreak. So those are the two things in life that will turn you around. And generally, the spirit realm likes to give you a heartache, and they like to make you miserable until you make the right choice. So yeah, you guys just put your questions in there. I'm doing readings for the animals, for the Chong the dog animal village, and so everything's free. I just ask that everybody respects the animals and tries to help an animal. So Jasmine, just go and try to help the animals, however which way. Even if you got to download that app, I would love you to join my Chong group on Facebook. But I know you guys hate Facebook. But there's that. I might actually post it over here. The app that I'm using for Chewy. to give the animals treats in the shelters. So, yeah, do anything you can to help an animal. And if you see anybody that's hurting an animal, that's given extensive abuse, call the police. My friend did, and I guess her neighbor brought the dog out, threw him outside on the chain, and she called the police. And somebody broke, and her neighbor broke their dog's leg. And then the police picked him up, and he got arrested, and he has animal cruelty on him, and he got a big fine, and he got a felony charge for breaking his dog's leg. So definitely, all you guys, if you know anybody who's abusing an animal, don't try to approach a situation, because people have these guns and they're on all kinds of different drugs, and I don't want anybody getting hurt on an animal rescue. I don't. But get on your cell phone, call the cops. If you have to, do it anonymously. Get the cops involved, because they will. I think it's in all states of the United States, in all the states. If you call and there's an animal abuse case, they will arrest you, and it's thousands of dollars in a felony to abuse of an animal. So I'm asking everybody today, so I don't have to go up on a murder charge, get all these guys in jail, put them behind bars. Because these are the people that need to be behind bars, not people that are good people that didn't really do nothing. It's these assholes that are hurting the animals and little kids that we need to get behind bars, because it makes me sick looking at all these posts of how people are just treating nature and people and animals. And someone has to step forward, or it's not going to change. It won't. Sometimes someone has to be the asshole. There has to be that nice asshole that starts a movement. And I'm that nice asshole. I really am. My husband's a nice asshole too. That's why we get along so well. Because nice assholes change the world. Because nice assholes have thick skin and just don't care. I will protect the innocent and do what I need to do it. And I won't blink an eye. So I urge everybody, get on that phone. All you gotta do is report an address, tell the police you're not sure, even if your neighbor's doing some shady stuff. Don't let them know that you did it, because I think there's no CCW, and there's a lot of people with guns, and they will come and shoot you and do different things. So I don't want that, like I said. But you can give a discreet report, go in your house and act like you did nothing, and tell the cops. They will, and on many cases they will. Some of the some of the dogs they rescue from these houses, they make police dogs out of. They do. Like if you're rescue a German, like if they got a pit bull or German shepherd, sometimes they become police dogs. And that's a way better life they'll have than being starved and abused every day by someone on drugs or drunk. Because people are out of their mind, and they treat them like objects. They don't even treat them like living beings. And it's disgusting. And it's something I feel very passionate, and this is why I have this channel, and I have a channel on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Truth Central now, where Trump's at. All that I no one really I don't have one follower. They're all interested in this whole Trump stuff. But it's okay. If one person sees my message to help animals, I'm okay with that. I don't want to be famous. I just want the animals in the world. You adopted a stray dog? Oh my god. God bless you. I am so happy you did that. They have they have such a long road to hoe. And these dogs are they go my dogs are rescue. My dog was in a corner being abused at 2 months old, and it was a part of a rescue. So he's German Shepherd and Black Lab. And I got him at 2 months old, and his worms were so bad they almost went to his lungs. And I sat there through his worm problem and everything, and he's been a blessing to me. He changed my whole life around because he's the reason I got on social media. It wasn't anything about, I never really cared about being famous. I still don't. I was over here, it's a crazy story, for storage because my phone doesn't have the best storage. I have an Android. And I wanted to document everything about my dog's life. And what has more storage that's never going down than YouTube? I would just drop videos over here because I figure if all the other forms of social media go down, it was my library for Chong. And a lot of people from Japan started following me. They like dogs and they like Chong, and I made friends along the way. I never really thought I was gonna get well liked. I really didn't. This was storage space for my dog videos. So my dog has changed my entire life, and it made me angrier for dog abusers. I swear to God, if I seen someone on the street abusing their dog, I wouldn't be like some of these other YouTubers and being nice about it. I would get up in their face screaming at them, and I would cuss them out. I wouldn't care. And if they were doing something really nasty to the dog, the cops would be called in 2 seconds. And I don't care what they said or did to me. I mean, what are they going to do to a YouTuber that has a camera behind? If I actually had a camera behind me, at least they'd go to jail for shooting me because it would be on tape. But yeah, I'm that person that would cuss someone out for that and not give a crap. Because if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I'm not worried about it. Obviously, God wants me here. I've been sick in an ICU and came back. I was supposed to die twice and came back, so I doubt I'm going to die from a gunshot. I'm going to probably die at 100 years old in a hospice bed. So I got 50 years to help these animals, the way I look at it, and people. Let me see if there's any more questions. Oh, it is. They all have unconditional love. All right. Did Carlos. My, yeah, I don't know what kind of question. If she would, do you want a love reading on Carlos? I don't get that question. But yeah, this is why I was over here, and I actually never thought I was gonna get subscribers over here because I had so many on Facebook and Instagram, not so much. I think I'm only at 288 or something like that. It's not a lot. Facebook, it's 6,000. But I never thought no one over here would like me. I don't find myself that interesting. I'm not a singer. I'm not a dancer. I'm just a writer that's harassing my son for this to give me this computer they have so I can put my book on Amazon. So, since I don't have this computer to be able to expedite the book and get this Amazon stuff going, I just write my own reels. And all the words from the reels are mine, which means I get money for them. And some people don't do that, but I do because I feel if you're going to be on social media and you're going to do videos and reels, it should be your own work and nobody else should do your reels for you. I hand do every reel over here. And if I was to one day get famous, which it may never happen, and it's okay if it doesn't, as long as the animals are safe. I'm still going to hand do my own reels. I'm not going to trust other people with my reels. My words are my words. And I fully believe in hard work. I believe that everybody should do their own thing in life and not have other people do it, because it would be fake if someone else did your reels. And I get it that some artists out there, they don't know how to edit and do this, but I feel it's a part of the job. If you're going to be on social media, you should know enough about editing. And I felt in my first year, I wasn't trying to get overly popular because I had to learn how to edit better. I had to learn to put together like a almost like a portfolio when you start, because you got to take your picture and you got to advertise yourself. I don't, no one does mine. I advertise my own self. And I do have apps that help me, but I do my own words and everything because I feel it's a part of the job. Because I don't want to be fake. And I feel that I don't want to come across, I'm not a pampered person. I save my money. I really do. A lot of times my friends, if they give me clothes or something, I just put them together and say thank you and I wear them. And I save my money and I try to give my money to animals. If I see people that are low in dog food and stuff, I buy them dog food. I give the people in my apartment building, I give them like, because we get 2 bark boxes a month, and if they can't afford a bark box or whatever, and I like their dog, I give them my extra bark box because my dog is spoiled. He gets a lot of stuff. We always buy him stuff, and I feel all dogs should get treated well. So I donate things constantly to dogs, and this is where all my money goes. This is why I don't go to the mall. This is why I don't go out drinking. This is why I don't do anything. So, Pete shows he hurt my dog. Well, if somebody hurt your dog, oh, I will. Is your dog safe now? If he hurt your dog, you got to put your dog in a safe place. When I was my dog rescue, I had the abusers drop them off in my house so my dog didn't get abused no more, and I told them to, and I was 3 days till I could pick him up, and I told him to leave him alone, and I gave food and everything, and I had a day off and picked him up. So I would keep him away from your dog. But what kind of reading would you like? Do you want a love reading, financial? I mean, there's all kinds of different readings you can have, and it's easier to focus on one path instead of having a bunch of paths. So, or there's just could be, oh, you want love. All right. But your dog is safe though, because you did say your dog was being hurt. Because Chong was being hurt too. I secured him and I don't allow him around bad people. All right. Your love reading. You got full moon in Leo. And that just means it's about pride. And pride could just mean and I guess in this a circumstance, it would mean your standards. Some people like physical standards, because some people don't like to date unattractive people. So when this kind of card comes up, there is somebody that likes you that's maybe someone you might not want to date otherwise. But it doesn't mean you're a bad person, because my one friend's like that. If she goes on a date, she made a joke, and it was a real nice guy, and she said he was ugly and ran in her car. I told her she was ridiculous. I love her to death, but she's ridiculous sometimes. But anyways, that's all. It just somebody might not be a 10 that likes you. That's coming your way, because that's where you're at. And you got the blue moon, which is just believe in something you thought would never happen. It could be marriage, or just somebody that you didn't think you would ever meet, of any kind of status. So you got a wax crescent moon also surrounding your situation, to have faith. I do see somebody come in, but they're going to be more average looking, with brown hair and brown eyes, but they're going to be really nice. And and generally, when this card comes, you're going to have somebody that's really attractive, that's showing you attention, and somebody that's maybe not so attractive. And you got to choose inner beauty or outer beauty. And honestly, a lot of people choose outer beauty. I choose inner beauty. My first husband he wasn't ugly, but he wasn't overly attractive, and we were married 12 years, and we broke up over alcoholism. So sometimes, it's like that. And everybody would tell me, why are you with him? I was like, on the inside, he was a good person. So just keep that in mind. There's always inner beauty. I know people these days don't believe in inner beauty, but there is. You got to look for the person that's going to make you happy and fulfill you. And if a child appears in the situation, is going to be able to be committed and stay with you and take care of you and the child. Because it takes two incomes to raise a kid. So you got to think about these things. That's why, when I got in my second marriage, I I looked for a person. I mean, I actually shared a video of Chong and his daddy. If you're subscribed to me, you'll see him. He's not like he's not the best looking, but personality wise, he's very nice. He's not ugly, but he's not the kind of person that you're gonna like seek out. But he's very beautiful on the inside, and you got to look at inner beauty. His inner beauty really is the only thing that matters if you're looking for a relationship. But if you're looking for a one night stand, yeah, physical is really all there is to it, is physical. But it gets boring just having really good looking people around, and that's it if you don't have any true love. So I guess at that point in your life, you can make that decision, or just play around for a little bit till you get married. That's what that my mom used to say college was for. You play around in college till you meet the person you're gonna have be your husband. So, I mean, that's the best advice I can give on that subject. And it's true. In your 20s, you're gonna do that. You're gonna look at these girls, and if they look good and they're willing to have sex with you, you're going to have sex with them. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I hope I was helpful. I really do, because this world is rough. People are awful in it. People treat people badly, nature and animals and everything in this realm they treat badly. And I have a lot of people that are psychics and all that are my friends, that tell me this end is realming. I mean, this end is ending, And then you have your Catholics and stuff that say this is the end of days and God's shutting down earth and we're going to be no more. I don't believe it. I just believe we need to change or we're going to cause ourselves more hurt, but I don't believe in the biblical things that they are predicting. There's a big controversy. I don't know if you guys know about it. They say there's signs that the world is ending, and they have all these different signs. The Catholics and Christians are going, and they because of weather change and all this. And they said that it's the second coming of Jesus, which it may be the second coming of Jesus. I don't know. I don't judge anybody. I don't judge them by what they believe or don't believe. This is what's great about me. I'm bipartisan. But I don't believe that the world's going to end because people are negative. I believe that it's going to get to the point where everybody's going to just have enough and it's just the energy is going to keep getting returned to everybody's nicer. I'm hoping if Jesus is coming, he's going to save the innocent that's getting caught in this hurricane of badness. I really do. And maybe just protect the innocent and let the people that's doing the bad things be punished if there's truth to this. I mean, Vatican City with the Catholics, there's all kinds of stuff that they have going on. All kinds of stuff. I was raised Catholic, so there's prophecies out the ass. They say there's going to be more demons coming and just a lot of things, and maybe it is. Maybe that's where all this evil's coming. Maybe that's why these dogs are getting their tails cut off and they're chaining them up to show the evil, and because they're innocent. Maybe it's done purposely. I don't know. I wish I did, but if Jesus is coming, just I want him to help the little animals and stuff, and I will, and he could just turn a blind eye and I'll just take care of the bad guys. That's all I'm asking if Jesus comes. Me and Jesus are cool. He could go save all the innocent and just leave me with my gun, turn a blind eye, and I will take care of all the abusers and have a good day with it. I mean, I don't know if Jesus will let me, but I'll just ask him to turn a blind eye, but I'll probably get a flat out no. But it's always worth asking when he does come back. Even though I want to hurt the people hurting people, I don't because I am a decent Catholic and I do want to help people and I got a big heart. And things like this do make me angry. And it does make me want to break a commandment when I do see certain things people do to other people and just the innocent in general, especially children. I think it's awful. All these children that from this human trafficking, it's and you hear about it a lot on Facebook, but over here it seems more factual. And I was told that over here they check things out more, but there are some false. I guess people post bad, false stuff, but it's not very often. But I heard human trafficking is more in Ohio where I'm at. For some reason, it's higher. And I find it disgusting that people traffic people and animals like their furniture. I hate it. I hate that people that we ended slavery. The Civil War is done. There's no more slavery, but we start human trafficking. Do we enjoy do we enjoy slavery so much that they abolished slavery and we start a new kind of slavery to go against the government? And then people are telling me that the government is involved in this human trafficking and cartels and stuff, and the government goes along with it. So I don't know what to think. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that have way more views, I mean millions, and they do these interviews and they find these facts out, and it's deeply disturbing. And they're always going with the fentanyl and all that too. And I guess there's something out that's worse than fentanyl now. You could like die within a month, and you look like a zombie before you die. Maybe this is our punishment. Maybe all these different drugs that's taking down people and killing them, maybe that's maybe this is one of the plagues. They keep talking about these many plagues in the Bible. Maybe these drugs and the weather change, maybe these are the plagues. They said after the full moon, when the moon went over the sun and went over the earth, that there was new plants that were coming out of nowhere. I don't know if the reels were real or not, but National Geographic was finding different animals that were extinct that were coming out, and people say it was prophecy. So maybe it was. I don't know. Yeah, put in your question. I put in the things before I do this to put your question in because even though my mother was a witch, a white witch, and such, and did tarot readings, she knew way more of the lingual and talking about like spirituality and stuff more than me. I was in science, so I talk about other stuff. I so I as long as you just put in the question, I'll do that because I wish. I mean, I just find that it's more productive in life to find different stuff to do and then focus on one thing. So I never got that in depth like she did. So I not like one of these tarot readers that could talk about all kinds of stuff. I just keep it real basic. Whatever, it's just natural. It's a natural ability. That's it. So let me see. Reunion with husband, no contact. Oh my god, I am so sorry. So you guys are going through a separation then. I'm taking it. I'm feeling separation of some sort. I'm sorry to hear that. It's always hard when you're married and you become separated, especially make that big when you make the big step in your life. I mean, in my day, a lot of people got married, but if you truly get married because you love somebody and then it goes away, it's hard to deal with. I've been there. All right. Well, I think it'd be easier. I'll do a reading on the husband here to see if there's going to be contact with what he's doing and what path he's in because of free will and all that. Because I can't predict what he's going to do because in the end, it's up to him if he wants to do good or bad. He's in a full moon in Leo, which means there's pride issues. He's lingering onto past issues. What I'm picking up with the full moon in Leo, what that means. And I just feel that it's not. He's just believes he's being very stubborn also. And he doesn't want to say he's sorry, is what I'm picking up with the full moon in Leo because this card here, I'll show you. That's what that means. It's like a stubborn card people that get in their head. And he's surrounded by a full moon in Sagittarius and a full moon eclipse. So he got, and that's just where full moon in Sagittarius saying to look at the situation and look at what is really important. And he wants to think he's right, is half of the problem why he's not contacting you and picking up. And the full moon eclipse, it does surround him. And that just means his conclusions and the answers to the questions that he's seeking is going to come to him. So if he does contact you, it's not going to be for a while with the pathway he's in. And he's going to have to fall before he comes back. I feel it's going to be some financial stuff. And he's not going to want to ask you. So that's what I'm picking up. And a lot of times, people, especially if you've been married and you had two incomes or whatever, being out there all in your all lonesome trying to pay bills is hard. So I feel he's gonna fall on his ass, and he'll probably call you back within probably a month or so, because there's not a lot of people that's gonna help you with life. That even if you do find someone that is willing to say they're going to be with you, they're not going to help you financially. So, wow, that's what I would do. I would just wait a month or two and let his bills run down. I feel he spends a lot of money and he doesn't budget his money well, and I feel you're the one that always budgeted his money. And the bills are going to fall behind just like I budget all of our money with my husband. And I let him know and we didn't pay a bill because he'll just go and order Uber Eats and all this stuff and think we have all this money that we honestly don't. And I feel that from your energy that you're the one that's doing the budgeting and making sure that things are taken care of. So he will be back. And I don't feel anything about anything. It's just money. He has money. He just doesn't know how to pay his bills and stuff on time. And he doesn't want to say he's wrong. So that's all I'm picking up. And somebody that's stubborn usually takes about a month or two. Because you figure by a month or two you're behind on probably 3 or 4 bills. And you hit the bottom of the barrel, as they say. And then you got to pick yourself up and you got to admit you're an asshole. I've had to do that a couple times when I was younger. I had to fall on my ass and admit I was an asshole. And to admit you're an asshole, if you're stubborn enough, sometimes takes a minute. But that's a life experience that we all go through. And it is what it is. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's a part of growth in life. And then you get older and wiser. So that's what you got there. But he will contact you. Just give him time. I wouldn't go starting to dating a bunch of people and go on a lot of dinner dates because when he does come back, it might make things a little bit awkward. And if you do want to go on a date with a guy that's a friend, just kind of don't broadcast it. Because I have male friends that I go out to eat with, but going through this kind of period, I feel it might bite you in the ass, and he might, when he does come around, think that you moved on, especially since you want to get back together with him. So I would say keep it separate and move about your business and wait a month or so. But I think I got all the questions. I'm doing way better today with questions. I really am. Usually I'm horrible at getting the comments on time. I'm trying to look at comments in between everything else still, so I'm getting the hang of this. It only took 200 live streams because that was a lot of times to go, but it was a lot. But I'm finally getting it's not easy trying to get the crafts of live streaming, but I am getting better at it. And I do like to have new challenges in life. And I feel like I do good at my new challenges. I really do. So, but I'm going to take a little break. And this time the husband's not going to be home while I am today for real going to come back. I'm just going to go get something to eat and then come back. Because I had a lot of time where I had yesterday off, so I got rested. I didn't get worked to death having my 4 days off. So I will be back, and if you guys are subscribed to me, it'll pop up. It just, I get so busy, I don't know when, and I probably got to take Chong out to go pee. So in between streams, I like to go like an hour and a half, and then I take him outside and give him some food and cold water, and then we eat lunch, and then we come back. So, me and Chong will see you when we're back from our lunch break. And thank you so much for being good humanitarians, and I appreciate the good conversation. So, and I appreciate all the support over here. I really do. So, but I will be back because I'm hungry and I got to eat.